What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Leizel. Now for today's video, I am going to be doing something that I have never done on this channel before, and that is a room makeover. This is actually something that I have wanted to do for the longest time, but I just never set aside time or made time to get it done. However, with everything that's going on at the moment, I do have a lot of extra time on my hands, so I figured that now is a better time more than ever to finally put together a dedicated studio office space. Now, those of you guys who have been following me for a while would know that I did used to have a dedicated beauty filming room. However, I did actually move a while ago, and the idea of putting together a office space was just something that wasn't really in my mind. For the longest time now, I've just been working in my bedroom, filming and editing videos in there, and I just want to take all of that work out of my relaxation sleeping area and put it into this room. So that's what we're going to be working on today. I am going to be making over this room because let me tell you guys, this room that I'm about to show you, the befores, it is just, I will let the B-roll speak for themselves. So you guys know that I am typically a very clean and organized person. However, this room kind of just became the room that I throw junk in. Not junk, but like stuff that I didn't immediately use. It was like the spare room where I just put all my stuff and I closed the door, and it just has stayed here ever since. So yeah, that's how things are looking. A little disappointing, I know, but don't worry, it's gonna look completely different once we finish this. So yeah, as you guys can see, it is a big mess, but it's going to look completely different by the end of this, I promise you. It's gonna look nice and clean and organized, and everything's gonna be put away. This right here is actually my new desk chair, which is going to replace that. I could have just kept that, but to be honest, that chair is not very comfortable, especially if you're going to be sitting down and filming videos and editing videos for long periods of time. I would recommend getting a proper desk chair. So that's why I decided to get this, and then I just have like bags full of stuff that I put aside for this room makeover. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today. If you guys want to see how this all turns out, keep on watching, and if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new, you know what to do. Join the crew by hitting the little red subscribe button down below. And with that being said, let's get started. So first things first, I would need to clear out the room, of course, because as you can see, we have a lot going on here. However, it is early in the morning and I actually want to repaint the trestle legs of my desk. The theme that I'm going for this workspace is just like really minimal, monochromatic, black, white, a little bit of silver here and there. I just want it to be nice and minimal and clean. So yeah, first things first, I want to paint the legs of my desk. And for that, I actually picked up this Rust-Oleum spray paint. It is a matte black, I believe. Yeah, flat black. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this down to my garage. I'm gonna paint that, and then I will come back later and clear out this room. As much as I just want to clear it all out now, I do want to get those painted so that they can spend the rest of the day drying. So that is first on my to-do list. Alright guys, as you can see, we are currently in my garage. I have the legs set up here over on some cardboard, and basically what I'm gonna do is take this Rust-Oleum. So this one, actually, I didn't realize that it dries so quickly. It says it dries in 20 minutes and you can actually handle it within an hour. That's good to know that it dries quickly. Because these have already previously been spray painted gold, I don't know how many coats I'm gonna need to do for this. I'm gonna start off with 2 and then maybe take it to 3 depending on how opaque the paint applies. But in terms of prepping the legs, I just wipe them down and clean them. I didn't like sand them down or anything, to be honest. Even though this is a paint and primer in one, I just figured that for the desk legs, I didn't really need to put too much effort into prepping and sanding things down and doing like a base coat and a top coat and all that. I'm just gonna go in with this and fingers crossed that it's gonna turn out good. So I'm gonna go ahead and start painting these now. Alright guys, the legs are painted. I've done their first coat and this is how they look. They look so sleek and clean, but that's only the first coat. So I'm going to let these settle for like half an hour to an hour while I go ahead and get started on the room. But so far I am pretty happy with how that's looking. I think I did a pretty good job as well of keeping it all nice and even, so I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's all nice and dry. So while I wait for that paint to dry, I am currently back in the room and my next task is to clear it out, and I'm just looking around at all of this mess and clutter, like where do I even begin? Because as you can see, there is just stuff everywhere and I can't even believe that it looks like this, but I'm gonna go ahead and clear this all out now. Okay, I just finished with vacuuming this room. Let me tell you, if you ever want like a quick workout, vacuum your house. Had to make myself a nice coffee for in between, but now that this room is all nice and clean, what I actually want to do is hang up curtains. As you can see, there's a lot of like beautiful natural light that flows into this room, but the direct sunlight isn't something that I want too much of in this room. So what I'm going to do is hang up some curtains. So I have this plain black curtain rod that is extendable, which is great, so I can customize it to whatever width I want it to be for the window. Now when it comes to curtains, I just wanted something that was very light and airy and sheer but still offers a little bit of privacy at the same time. So I got these ones from IKEA. I got 2 sets and these are probably going to be a little bit too long, even though I am planning to hang them up a little higher than the window itself so that it gives the illusion of like a higher ceiling, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna hang them up a little bit higher, but I have a feeling they're going to be a little bit too long, so I may have to kind of hem them a little bit, which I do have the stuff that I need to do that. Now when it comes to hanging curtains, because I don't want to drill any holes in the wall or make anything permanent, I am going to go ahead and use these. Good, because I can cover them up with the curtain as well, so it won't be too noticeable. And they're white, which is great because my walls are white, so they're easier to kind of hide. So basically what I'm going to do is figure out what height I want the curtains to be, stick these on, put the rod up, and then find out how much I'm going to need to hem off these curtains. If I will need to hem them, we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now.
Different around me, 'cause you're a good girl, you know it. I know exactly who you could be. Oh, just hold on, going home.
Alright guys, the curtains are up. Now as you can see, I did put them pretty much all the way to the ceiling, like to the molding of the ceiling. And I also forgot to add that I got these little curtain rod ends from IKEA too. They're only a few dollars each, but I just feel like it finishes it off nicely. So that's the curtains. I did go ahead and lay down the tabletop so I can get a little bit of perspective as to how I want to set things up. I'm like 99% sure that I'm going to put my desk in the center of the room so then I can have this plain white backdrop for filming videos. However, I'm still debating as to whether I want a plain backdrop or something nice like a console table with flowers and picture frames and everything, just something a little more natural as opposed to like a plain background. I'm not sure just yet, or maybe I can kind of work through both. I'm still deciding. But yeah, that is how everything is looking so far. It looks so nice and clean, let me tell you guys. It's crazy because I feel like the curtains just add so much to the room, but they make the light brighter but still diffused and soft as well, which is what I was going for because there is a lot of natural sunlight that comes into this room and I wanted to kind of work with it and diffuse it a little. So I do like the ambience that the curtains are giving right now. But now that those are up and ready to go and my tabletop is on the ground, I need to finish painting the legs of the table. It's been about an hour at this point, so they are well and truly ready for the next coat. I'm pretty sure they are only going to need 2 coats of paint. So yeah, I'm gonna paint those, do the second and final coat, let those dry, and then we're gonna come back into this room to set up some furniture pieces that I need to set up, like the chair that I showed you guys in the beginning. So time to paint again. To be honest, you guys, I completely forgot to wear a mask while I was doing the first coat of paint, which is so silly of me, but I have the mask on now. The legs are ready for their next coat, so we're gonna get to painting. Alright guys, I know I look crazy right now, but the legs are done. They're nice and evenly painted, ready to just sit and dry for the rest of the day. But yeah, I'm gonna continue on. Next thing I need to do is build the office chair. Alright guys, as you can see, we are back in the room because right now I am going to attempt to put together this office chair. So this is the chair that I have right here. It is so beautiful, you guys. I was looking for a chair that would be primarily comfortable, but also something that went with the whole aesthetic that I was trying to do in here. Let me take this off actually. So this is the chair right here. It is so comfortable. I wanted something that wasn't going to be too big with like a high back, but I wanted it to be like nice and plush and comfy as well. So this is the one that I decided to go with. I don't know if the color is picking up properly on camera, but it's just like a ash gray. And then for the base of it, it's like a flat black, which is going to match perfectly with the color that I painted the trestle legs for the table. Yeah, I have the legs, the chair itself, and then all of this stuff here is apparently what makes up the rest of the chair. So I'm gonna attempt to put this together now. Fingers crossed that I can do this. So as you guys can see, I have successfully put together this chair. So this is potentially how it's gonna look. I think I'm going to need to move this forward. I can't really do much like setting up or anything like that until I have the desk legs back and set up, so that I can start like putting things together and getting an idea of where I want things to be, because everything is going to be centered around this desk right here, which is why I really wanted to take the time to paint the legs first thing in the morning, because I knew that in order to finish everything else in the room, I need this desk to be done. So that is that so far. But right now, what I think I'm going to try and do next is organize the wardrobe. Also, if you guys were wondering where I keep my makeup collection, it's always been in here. Like everything is all in here, somewhat organized, but definitely not how it was before. But yeah, I kind of just want to go through this at a later time and organize all that properly and throw things away that I don't need anymore. But yeah, I want to figure out if I should use this table as part of my little background setup that I want to do. I don't know where to start, you guys. This is like too much for me right here. Okay, so right now I am currently sorting through some boxes, trying to like get rid of some of them. But this is how the closet is currently looking. I took the table out and I decided to put it over here, and I'm kind of just playing around with what I want to have like as a backdrop. Don't really know just yet. I just figured that I'd put this little table here and that could serve as like something for now. I actually did go ahead and buy some frames from IKEA because I do want to print out some things and put them there too. And I've always had this, but since it is gold, I might just go ahead and spray paint that black at a later time if I decide that I want to use this as well. But yeah, that's a little bit of console table styling for now. Barely anything though. Pretty much just been trying to get through these boxes and throw things away that I don't need, because obviously I haven't touched them for a long time. And then this is how the inside of the closet is looking. So I just need to really figure out how to properly store things away so they're all neat and organized, but also accessible if I do need them. So I will keep you guys updated. Okay, I feel like I am out of breath because I have been non-stop working on trying to organize and declutter everything. So as you can see, I have the boxes over there. I still need to condense it more. But yeah, for the last hour, I have pretty much spent it throwing things away. As you can see here, I have some garbage bags full of just trash. So what I want to do now, because it's been a couple of hours since I finished painting the legs, I am going to bring them upstairs. I actually just went to go check on them and they are in fact dry. I'm gonna go ahead and bring those up, and then that means that I can start putting the room together even more. Alright, so here is how the desk is looking. It's a little bit difficult to get the legs exactly centered underneath the table, but for the time being, that is how it looks, and I think it looks pretty good. I am loving the fact that the legs of the table are matching the chair and the console table. But yeah, that is how everything is looking so far. I think what I'm going to do now is go ahead and kind of somewhat set up my desk and then just continue to put things away. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how that turned out. So update, I started setting up my desk and then I wanted to turn on my computer. Sorry if I'm squinting, it's because the lighting's really bright right now. But yeah, I wanted to turn on my computer because it has been so long since I've turned it on, and when I did, I realized that my mouse wasn't working, so I can't actually turn it on right now. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, but I'm gonna quickly show you guys what I've done so far because I'm gonna call it a day because I've been working on this since I woke up this morning. But this is how it's looking right now. I love the lighting in here at this time. It is just so dreamy. I think it's looking pretty good so far. I do still need to get rid of these boxes and such, but I'm gonna call it a day for now and I will check back in with you guys tomorrow morning. Alright you guys, it is now the next day, day 2 of this room makeover, and I actually have something that I need to build and put together right now. So I quickly went out yesterday evening and picked up this set of white desk drawers. As you know, in that room I don't have a desk that has like drawers and such to keep things in, and I just figured that I need something to keep like office supplies and important papers and all that good stuff. So yeah, I picked this up from Kmart. It was only $49, super inexpensive. It's actually quite heavy though, so I do feel like it would be pretty heavy duty. But yeah, what I'm gonna do right now is build this. Hopefully I can do it first go and not have any issues with it.
If your girl only knew that I want to kick it with you. If she knew, if your girl could only see how you be calling me, getting fresh with me. If your girl only knew how you be calling. What you saying? 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 If your girl could only see how you be calling. What you saying?
So I'm finally done with this set of drawers. It actually took me a lot longer than I anticipated, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. So that is this set of drawers done. Next thing that I want to work on is putting some type of like art into these frames. I can't remember if I mentioned, but I got these from IKEA. Now when it comes to putting art in any type of room, I do find that sometimes they can run really expensive. So if you're in a budget and you're trying to save some coins, or if you're just the type of person that likes to change up their scenery quite a bit, my recommendation is this. I personally like to go onto Pinterest and just search for art and basically print it out. So at the moment I'm really into like the simplistic minimalistic line art, and I'll probably do another one as like a quote. So like in here, because I've been looking at art, you look up portrait art and there are so many different types that are like my kind of style right now. So like the line art, really minimalistic, simple, that's my kind of thing. So I'm going to pick something that I feel like would go well with this room. Obviously it's black and white, which is perfect because that is the theme of the room. And then I think I'm also going to pick like a quote or something. But yeah, there are just so many different options on Pinterest, and I feel like if you are looking for art on a budget or just something really easy and simple, as long as you got Pinterest and a printer, you can literally create your own. Alright guys, so these are how my little budget art pieces turned out. And as you can see, it doesn't look too bad. To be honest, my printer is actually, I don't know, it's acting up. Because as you can see on this one, it's a little bit faint in some areas, but to be honest, it doesn't look too bad. So if you're trying to add some art to your spaces, definitely get online, check out Pinterest, and just print things off there, because they can turn out to look super cute. So I am almost done with this little room makeover. I'm nearly there, but what I'm gonna do right now is kind of just tidy up, fix up some little bits and pieces, and continue styling. And then I will be back for the official room reveal. So it has been a couple of days since I last checked in with you guys, and in that time I haven't really been doing too much to this room, just fine-tuning little things here and there. However, I'm happy to say that I am done. I mean, there are some little things here and there that I didn't get to complete due to things being out of stock or just not being able to find what I wanted for that space. But for the most part, everything is done, and I am so happy with how everything looks. I can't wait to show you guys. So here is the room reveal.
Same color t-shirt, white, 1995, 2005, seen it with my eyes, dope still alive, real mob ties, real raw eyes, real whole eyes, all time high, do it for the culture, they gon' bite like vultures, way back when I was trapping, not Toyotas, I'ma hit the gas, 12 can't pull me over, space cool, Yoda pouring, drinking sodas. I get high on my own, sir. Heard you gon' come, sir. Stop all that flexing, young nigga don't wanna go there. Never been a comfort, but I always been a soldier. Young niggas in the good, posted like a vulture.
So yes, this is the official filming room, studio, whatever I'm gonna call it, I'm not too sure yet, but I am so pleased with how everything is looking. As you guys can tell, I wanted to keep everything pretty minimalistic and simple in here. I didn't want anything too crazy going on. So as I said, the purpose for this room is just to be like an office, studio, filming room, just a spot where I can keep all of that stuff in, if that makes sense. I am so pleased with how this turned out. It actually turned out better than I expected it to, which is always a great feeling. And even though there isn't too much to show you guys because you can basically see everything within this shot right now, I'm just gonna quickly go around and show you certain pieces and when they came from, because I have a feeling I might get questions. So in terms of my desk, this is actually something that I've had for years, and it's just a separate tabletop and trestle legs from IKEA. You guys who've been watching my channel for a while know that I have had this desk for years. And yeah, at one point I had the legs spray painted gold, but I did want to go for a different color scheme with this room, just keeping everything really monochromatic, simple, black, white, gray with like a pop of green. So yeah, I love this desk. Even though it doesn't have any storage, I just love how simple and functional it is. It's huge, which is always a great plus as well, considering when I do film makeup tutorials, this space right here gets very crazy very quickly. So I needed like a big tabletop workspace, and that is why I've gotten so much use out of this desk for so many years. In terms of my filming setup, I haven't fine tweaked it back to what it was just yet, but I do use a Canon SLR and I connect it up to my Mac and use that as like a monitor so I can see myself properly. But of course I also have a mirror in front of me so that when I do film makeup tutorials, I can do everything that I need to do in the mirror while having the camera in front of me at the same time. So yeah, the mirror is from IKEA, and as for my ring light, I believe I picked it up on eBay years ago, but you can find them, yeah, on eBay, Amazon, and you can find really inexpensive ones as well. I've had this one for a long time and haven't had any issues with it. Everything in this room pretty much is stuff that I already had and wanted to repurpose. I didn't want to spend too much money putting this room together, so I tried to keep the cost to a minimum and make use of what I had, which is why I opted to spray paint the desk table legs instead of going out and buying new ones. Just little things like that. Like if you spray paint things and repurpose things, you can save a lot of money, so that is definitely a recommendation. However, something that I did want to put money into was a new chair, just because I needed something that was going to be comfy, cozy, and something that wasn't going to hurt if I was going to be sitting down for a long period of time. So this chair is perfect. It is so plush and just, yeah, it's super comfy. So I picked this up from Amart, for those of you guys who live here in Australia. Pretty inexpensive as well for what it is, so I was really happy with that. And I'm pretty sure I already mentioned that I picked up the curtains from IKEA. They're just a simple set of sheer white curtains that are a little bit opaque, so it does provide some privacy, but I just love the way that they let the light into the room. I know the lighting at the moment keeps changing because the sun is going in and out, but the way that the curtains diffuse the light into the room is exactly what I wanted. I wanted this to feel like really light and airy, and I feel like the curtains really helped with that. So super happy with those. This tree is actually a faux fiddle fig tree. I've had it for a long time and I just figured it was going to look good in this corner. To be honest, I was kind of debating whether I wanted to buy a new plant to put in here. However, I just felt like I wanted to use what I have, so I put that there too. And then for my little backdrop table, because I guess this is what you're going to see, like what view you're going to see when I'm sitting down at my desk filming, this is what I decided to use. So this is like a really inexpensive console table that I had for a long time, but I just never used it. It was in storage. Now I was thinking that I needed to perhaps spray paint it a different color. However, I felt like there was no need to, because that's one thing I loved as well, is the fact that this is where I become really particular with things, but I just like the idea that the finish of the console table, the legs of the chair, and the legs of the desk all match. So they all go together really nicely, which I was very happy with. I just love how everything looks very cohesive in this space, which again, I wanted everything to be functional, but it is a plus when everything looks like it goes together and is aesthetic as well. You guys would have seen when I printed out these to put into the frames, I just put some little coffee table books that I already had, just other little decorative bits and pieces. But this lamp is something that I am still debating whether I want to change the color of, because it is, as you can see, like a gold brass base, and I'm deciding whether I should spray paint it black or keep it as it is. I don't know, it's just like the pop of gold doesn't really go with this room. I didn't have any intention to bring any of that into here. I was just gonna wait and see. If you guys think I should change it, let me know, or if you think I should leave it, let me know. I just didn't want to spray paint it yet and make it permanent. I wanted to leave it and see how I felt about it. But yeah, that's what I decided to go for the little console table in the back. And then you guys would have seen when I put together this, since my desk doesn't have any storage, I decided to use this as like a place to house my printer and any other office supplies and paperwork and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, and then on this wall, the wall that is opposite from the desk, I just have a little corkboard, which I am going to be painting this like a matte acrylic white. I just haven't been able to find any paint available in store at the moment because everything is out of stock. For the time being, it's just staying like this, but I will be painting this white, and the purpose of this is just as like a vision board, somewhere to stick up some like plans and goals of mine and just notes and things. So I wanted to have one of those in here just to kind of remind me of things and keep me accountable. Also, as you can see, this room does have 3 gigantic mirrors because that's the closet behind there. So I will show you in there in just a sec. But another thing that I was planning to get for this room that I wasn't able to find was like a dry erase monthly calendar that I wanted to stick on the back of the door, just so that I can write down any dates for things that I need to do. Whenever I have deadlines for videos and content that I have to create, then I can just jot it down on there. And I just like having like a big monthly view of when things need to be done by. So I'm still on the hunt for that because again, I couldn't find any that were in stock. So I'm just waiting to pick that up. Now, in terms of the closet, I'm not sure if I showed you guys this, I can't remember, but this is pretty much where I store all of my makeup. Again, I need to do like a declutter, throw away old things and just yeah, you already know. But on top, I am planning to put my brush holders with all their brushes. I just have to wash them and put them away properly. So yeah, clearly I don't use this closet to store clothes. It's pretty much just to house my little like makeup storage, and then back there I have more boxes of stuff. But yeah, you guys, this is the room and I am so happy with how it turned out. I'm really pleased with how everything came together. What I want you guys to do is comment down below and let me know what you think of this room. Let me know if you think I should change the color of the base of that lamp, because I really, I don't know if I should. I'm still deciding, but comment down below and let me know what you think. And also let me know what you think of this room. If you think there's anything I need to change or add, I would love to know your opinions. All I can say is that I am very happy with how this space turned out. It definitely turned out to be better than how I envisioned it, which I love that feeling of when you have a vision in your mind of how things will go and then it turns out better. It's always a great feeling. But yeah, all I can say is that I am super excited to get back into creating more content. I'm excited to get back into filming makeup tutorials because it has been a minute since I have done that, and I can't really make excuses, but I guess I just didn't really put the time into creating a space where I could do that. But yes, I'm just so excited to do that, so definitely be on the lookout for more upcoming videos that are going to be a little bit different. I just want to get back into the essence of how my channel started and what it was all about, which I am once again very excited for. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Like I said, comment down below and let me know what you think. And if you're still here at the end watching and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the little red button down below before you go and click the bell as well, so you don't miss any more videos that I post. Anyways, I hope you guys are having an awesome week. I hope you're taking care of yourselves, looking out for each other. I will talk to you all in the comments, and I shall see you all in my next video.